No, he's getting his second opinion today, and we'll see when he gets back.
You haven't heard anything from that coach?
From what?
You haven't heard anything on how that went?
Not yet. We've been in meetings, so if he's in town, I'm sure I got a message or two. Barksdale, he's week to week. He's got the knee, but he'll be week to week.
Is he going to practice this week?
He won't practice today.
Coach, is the preparation a tad bit easier, especially having a new quarterback that you have a lot of film on, like you did last week against Pat Mahomes?
Actually, it's similar. We have a quarterback that we hadn't seen a lot, and so we watched him in preseason. Obviously, we studied him in college. I know him from his college days in Wyoming, but he's athletic, big, strong-armed guy. So we know what he's capable of.
At Buffalo, what do you remember from your time with Sean McCoy? What made him so special?
He's his elusiveness. His will to compete. He's one of the best that's played the position in our game. And I believe when it's all said and done, he'll be mentioned with those top guys. And he's a rare player.
How conducive to go to Buffalo in week 2 instead of week 15?
Well, weather-wise, it may be good, but it doesn't matter. If we got to play them in 82 degrees with a little humidity or snow, we still have to prepare to go play this game and try to get the job done.
You talk about Buffalo being a fun place to play, but what really is the atmosphere like and the crowd noise like there?
It's going to be loud. It'll be 69, 70,000 people there. It'll be really loud. The way that stadium is made, the fans are kind of on top of the field. So, like I said, it's a fun place to play a football game, and they appreciate their bills.
Philip Rivers was so positive and kind of excited about after the game. When he talked in the press conference, he was just really hopeful in the team. Do you like where the team's heads are at after that first loss?
Oh, yeah. I mean, these guys know that we just got to put it all together, Ashley. We play really well in spots, but we got to tighten this thing up, and we got to do it all at once. And we do that. We know what type of football team we can have.
How have you seen Melvin evolve as a pass catcher?
Like I said, when I got here last year, I just remember him coming out of Wisconsin, and the only passes he caught were sweeps. So I was pleasantly surprised to see how well he caught the football. He was second on our team in receptions last year. So what he's doing now doesn't surprise me at all.
Right. Do you kind of see that as the evolution of the running back position, I guess, in the league?
It depends. It could be game to game, but I talk to my guys about touches, not rushes.
And I know you're saying with him and Austin, like kind of split the same role maybe. When you think about them, like who do you think of or kind of how do you see their different abilities?
Melvin's bigger. Melvin's more powerful. He wins a lot of one-on-ones with pure strength. Austin is smaller, but Austin is still a very strong back. He wins a lot with his wiggle. So I think they just complement each other really well.
How important is it to have a tandem like that?
I think it's important so that you don't wear one guy out, and you can always keep a fresh guy on the field for the defense.
When you have a quarterback with no history like Josh Allen, is there one thing in particular you look at when you're watching him?
We look at everything. Every snap he had in preseason, what he did in the game last week, how they used him when he came into the ball game. We look at all that, and we have a nice strategy for what we see, and try to be prepared for what we probably going to see that they haven't shown.
Coach, do you feel like you guys need to change up your defense? You guys only had 1 sack last week. Try and dial up more pressure, especially on the rookie quarterback.
No, our defense is fine. Everybody's got to execute and do the job. Gus Bradley's a fine defensive coach. I got a great defensive staff, so we're not going to change anything up on that defense.
How do you think Isaac performed subbing in for Joey Bosa?
They like I said last week, you're going to miss a really good player, But Isaac, I thought he stepped up and he played a solid game.
Now that you have time to review the film on Derwin James, what was your assessment of his game? What are you looking forward to bringing for?
Well, really, I'm trying to forget about that game, to be honest with you, because 24-hour rule is over. But since you brought it up, I thought Derwin played fine. He had some rookie mistakes, just like we thought he would, but he flew around, made some plays as well.
And besides Bosa and Barksdale, how's the health of your team?
Excuse me?
Besides Bosa and Barksdale, how's the health of your team?
We have some nicks and bruises here and there. We'll watch some reps today in practice with some of our guys, but I think overall our health is pretty good.
Where do you think your run defense is at right now? Because you guys did a good
Well, that's been a point of emphasis for us, is that run defense. And like you said, I like the way they stepped up and stopped Hunt last week. We're going to have a tall task this week to do it again with LaShawn.
Anthony, what do you think of the body weight rule where defenders can't kind of land on the quarterback?
Well, it's we're trying to protect the quarterback as much as we can, especially when someone sacks him from the blind side and 340-pound man falls on top of him. That can be dangerous to a man's career. So I don't have any problem with the body weight rule.
Is that harder to coach out of your players than the helmet rule, just because it's kind of, their momentum's carrying them down?
No, I don't think so, Jack. I think, we're going to have to wrap up and roll and just, we can do things to prevent falling on top of the quarterback.
Do you expect Uchenna to have more of a role this week with the defense than he did last week?
Yeah, he will. He's going to work in more packages. But last week he was in the base package, and we didn't run a lot of base last week. That team stayed in our sub a lot. So sometimes what they do dictate our personnel on the field. But we're going to get Chenna more involved. Period.
You mentioned earlier about the need for more pressure with a rookie quarterback. Does that become more important to make him uncomfortable?
I think you have to pick your moments in the game when you want to make him uncomfortable. I had a rookie quarterback, Byron Leftwich in Jacksonville in 2003. And when Mark Brunell went down and he came in, a team tried to pressure us and we lit them up because, you just pick your favorite target and throw a nice ball. You don't have to read any progressions or go through any reads. So I think it's a chess game there with when you pressure, when you don't. But we definitely want him to go through some of his progressions.
In terms of with him and Mahomes, is he the same type of quarterback with his athleticism and going out of pocket, or is Allen more of a pocket passer that maybe he can get more pressure?
No, he can move. He can move. He can run the RPOs. He can run the zone read. I mean, if you watched the game last week when he came in, it went straight down the field. 2 of those were designed quarterback runs. So he can move. You have some of the same issues.
How concerned are you about that Anthony's ability as a runner?
It's a little bit of a concern. Anytime you have to defend a quarterback on the move, because they make you play 11 on 11 then. So, it's a little bit of a concern.
Coach, what do you think about Kevin Benjamin, big, tall receiver,
Yeah.
the way he plays?
Like you just said,